You are on stage. Hi, guys.
We made it.
We made it. We weren't sure if we were going to because the tech was teching.
The tech was teching.
Yes. How is
Tech was-
everybody? Hello.
Check in with us. Let me go through these comments. So we are going to be straight up honest. Both of us are fried. I will explain my reason. I think I've officially made the move from perimenopause to menopause. So for the last 2 weeks, I have been waking up nowhere less than between 5 and 10 times a night. Last night was 9 times. So I haven't had a.
Fuck that. I'd be so mad.
I'm so mad because the upside is at least my room is chillier than out here because the heat pump's in here, so I can just like throw the covers back. But to wake up 9 times a night and then I'm up at 5 to go to work, like
And that's miserable.
I'm a zombie. So that's my excuse for being.
You want to tell them about what happened at work? You almost when you're waiting for your meeting.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there waiting for a meeting today at our admin building, and I almost fell asleep. Like that's how bad it is.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like I was sitting there nodding off, and the security guy, our head of security and safety, he's like, "You all right over there, Erin?" I'm like, "Holy shit!" Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Literal hot
Yeah,
bath.
I've
Your
done that
turn.
before. I've done that before. Like actually been like nodded off, like Chandler and Fred's, where you like
You're like,
rest of your face and your head drops. Yeah,
yes, we were very close to that. Yes,
done that. So yeah, I think I'm getting a cold, or I've got a cold. Nose is stuffed up. The cough is worse, and I just feel run down. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm tired. I
we're
just
both.
don't feel like doing a whole lot of anything, which sucks because I have a lot to do. My house is trashed. Okay, it's not trashed, but being the daughter of an executive director of housekeeping for hotels, to us, it's trashed.
Happens.
It's not like hoarder situation, but it does. I need to clean. I need to vacuum. My
Yeah.
makeup all over my bathroom counter because I just haven't put it away, and it's just a whole thing. Also, guys, just
Hi,
so
Mom.
you know, I was trying to. Hi, Mom. I was trying to get my nails painted real quick before the show, so that's and when I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm almost done. So yeah, it's kind of an off
Week.
filter.
Full
episode.
too.
It is full train wreck this week.
It is a full train wreck. So what we thought we would do, because neither one of us are going to be able to get through an entire show. We're just. I need to sleep, and so does she.
And we
Well,
literally made the decision 5 minutes ago.
yes, because we were all in, and then we were like,
I don't know if I am all in.
I don't know if I'm all in, and we'd rather just be honest and just tell you that we're just gassed. So what we thought, Carrie thought, this is a brilliant idea on her part, is just do a quick Q&A. We're going to keep this show like 20 minutes, and then we're going to bed.
Yes.
So we were going to do fairies, and we still want to do that, but we are going to table that. Now,
we're definitely doing fairies because I have no fucking joke, you guys. Hang on, let me find out.
She's been doing research.
I've been doing research on them. Like I went down a fairy hole.
You can keep calling her Erin's mom. Her name's Kathy. But I think Erin's mom's better, and I think she gets a kick out of that. So you can
and never down on my mom joins.
Kathleen.
That's fine, you know, mom. Yeah, moms. I have 8 pages of notes for fairies, so we're definitely going to be discussing them. But tonight's not that night.
Oh my god, I love it.
Tonight's not that night. Also, our show next time around. What?
2 weeks from now.
There you go. It is the day after my biopsy, and since they're doing a bronchoscopy and they're like putting a tube down my throat, apparently I'm gonna have like a sore throat for a few days afterward. We will not have a show on the 19th, or will we? Are we running a repeat?
We'll run a rewind.
Ready to fill in?
Rewind.
What are we doing? Tori, hey, can you fill in?
A wee one. I don't know how to do that. Ken does, and so does Cody, but I, like we said 5 minutes ago, decision. So
so let's put Satori on the spot right now.
Right now. My mom's very popular. Mom, everybody loves you. Everybody says hi. Melissa says Mrs. Erin's mom. I
Is
love it.
Erin's mom. I love that.
Oh my God, I love it.
Listen,
Everybody
all of
seems
my
understanding.
parents
We are
are,
super grateful.
yeah, Zach's dad, Erin's mom, Harry's mom,
I love it.
or that generation where I kind of think that's how what we our friends called our moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the South, growing up, it was usually either Miss Smith, Mrs. Smith, or Miss Kathy, and I still do that to full blown adults. I'm like, I mean,
You
I
always
call
call my
Carrie
mom Miss Nancy. Yeah.
Miss Nancy, or like Andrea's mom, Miss Carolyn.
Yeah.
I do that to people at work. They're like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Listen, we're from Georgia. I don't have time to explain all the nuances of being from the South to you Mainers up here, but
Yeah.
it's not an age thing." So,
Yes. Yeah, it's not. My uncle was from Oklahoma, my uncle
mm,
Coy, and he just always said it's polite to say yes sir, yes ma'am.
yeah,
So I always have. And a lot of women, like kind of around our age, when I was younger and I would say, oh, yes, ma'am, that's correct, or whatever,
yeah,
they
yeah.
get offended. And I'm like,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to be polite. Like, I'm not
Um,
going to say it,
hush, Bernie.
you crabby old broad. You know what I mean? Like, calm down.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny. We were in Newport, and Satori and Cody, if they're still on, can vouch for this on exactly this topic. So they took me to Newport for the first time. I'd never been. We were coming off a stretch at the farm, which I will address that in a minute as well because I know that news has just come out. But we walked into this like estate sale store where they're selling fancy whatever antiques and stuff. So we walked in, and I opened the door, and the lady says, "Hi, can we help you with anything?" And my auto response is, "No, ma'am." And Satori literally kicked the back of my leg because she's always on my ass. She's like, "Girl, you're in New England. They don't like that up here," and it's true.
Oh, okay, good to know.
The lady in the store was like, "Did you just man me?" Like she like funny but kind of not
No.
funny, was legit offended. And I always am like, "I'm really sorry. It's not an age thing." I'm like, it's one of the first things our Southern parents kind of
Yeah.
metaphorically beat into your brain as a kid. Like, you were going to get a smack on the butt if you didn't, sir, ma'am, whatever. So
Sure,
the
yeah.
only state in New England that does not seem to hate that is Maine. Thank God, since I live here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, see? People are shocked when my girls hold open the door for people. Like, it's funny. Oh yeah, my daughter would tell her friends, call her anything, but do not call her ma'am. Yeah, so it just depends on where you're from and like how you grew up. But it's yeah, here we go.
You don't, man.
Oh
People,
yeah, you don't ma'am people kindly up here as much. That's a fact.
that's wild. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
no.
She has to remind me all the time when I'm out and about in public. She's like, "Just now, Erin, don't forget. You can't."
You know what I've always done, and I still do it to this day, is I call like women girls. Like when I was a server, like it would be like a table of like women art. Can I get you girls anything else? Or especially like my elderly aunts. How are you girls doing? You know what? And they would just be like, "Oh, she calls us girls." Like that seems to be. It's just one of those things. Like don't remind people of their age. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, and for us, it's always
Girls
been
seem to go over really well.
yeah, it's always been a respect thing for us
For
in the
women,
South. I mean, that's how
boys do
I've
not
always.
call man a boy. They don't
Yeah,
like
I do it to younger people younger than me. I do it to people old. I mean, it's just a thing. Yeah, mom, that's okay, Erin. You keep sirring and mamming. Yeah, that's just it's ingrained. I'm 47. That habit is not going away. I don't care how
yeah,
long I live in New
no,
England for.
no.
Um,
It really
okay,
just served me well being moving back, moving to the South because I was already doing it. So
true. It's nicer to curse someone out up here. To be honest, it shows more passion. Duly noted.
great. All right. Well, then it'll work out for me as well.
I do really appreciate how straightforward New Englanders are. Like they don't beat around the bush at all. And I
Yeah,
actually really, really, really appreciate that.
yeah,
Because the South, while polite, a lot of it is fake. Let's just call a spade, right? It is better to be polite than anything else in the South on a lot of levels. And I think there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that. But I think as you get older, that can turn into some, "Oh, hey, how y'all doing?" As she's 5 minutes later turning around talking shit about you and your mama.
Right.
So
Yeah,
New England, while a bit gruffer, way more honest, and I'll take that all day and twice on Sunday.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Okay, Conjuring House news. Let's talk about that because I know it's going to come up eventually. So Jason put out a video if you haven't seen it recently. today in the last, I don't know, hour or two.
Very recently.
I just saw it recently. But it's good news. So of the court cases that are now currently going on, one of them was that Summit and Stone, the LLC that Elton is tied to, that he used to buy the
Warren place.
bank. No, I don't think so.
Oh
I
no,
don't
the
think it's
bank note.
the same.
Oh,
The
oh,
bank
the
note
bank
from
note for
Conjuring House. They had tried to petition the courts for a receivership. Now, I don't really understand those all that well. Satori can correct me if I'm wrong. But basically what that is petitioning the court to basically have a third party within the court system, I guess, decide who gets the house. It's almost like, from my understanding, putting Jacqueline almost into a court, almost like an odd
conservatorship.
bankruptcy kind of thing. Sort of.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bankruptcy like you would think of it with the federal court, like what I would deal with. It's some kind of other thing like that. I don't really understand them at all. Anyway, the problem with this receivership potentially having gone through is that it basically takes the purchase and sale agreement off the table entirely that Jason has.
Okay.
And basically puts the house, put it back up for auction.
Okay.
So there's a lot of moving parts. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I don't really understand it, but that's kind of the gist I get. If I'm wrong, my girl will tell me in the comments.
So
or her man.
And this to you or to Satori, could they just, like, if Jacqueline still is like, yeah, I still want to sell it to him, could that
basically takes her ownership rights away?
Okay.
Right. Somebody else at that point is in charge. So that's why I think it's kind of like the bankruptcy comparison was what I've heard.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's a third neutral party in charge of her finances.
Yeah.
If it could go up for auction again, couldn't he
could
for that? Yeah, and I think he said he would.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think so. The number that Jason had thrown out in as far as the purchase and sale goes allows, basically, from my understanding, to make Jacqueline whole, right?
Okay.
But we don't have 5 or 6 million. Of course, if the other parties involved decide they want it at auction so they can run up the money because they've got a whole lot of money, then that we would basically be out of the game. We'd be out of the race at that point. There would be no.
They would have a lot of money sunk into a property that will require much. Like that sounds like a terrible business decision.
Yeah, Sandy, she's never been out of control with it. The house is always, just to clarify for people who aren't sure, because I know there's so many moving parts and layers with this thing, that I have a hard time wrapping my brain around sometimes. But Jacqueline has always been in control still of the house because the deed is in her name. Elton does not own the house itself. No deed has changed hands.
He just owns the debt. I mean, it's not a fantastic situation for him.
He's basically the loan servicer now. That's it. Yeah. You know that better than anybody, Carrie. You were in that business.
Yeah.
So this is great news because obviously if they had decided to try and put the receivership into play, then we're basically out at that point. But they denied it.
Who did? Okay, so they denied it. So this question is, I mean, but just for curiosity's sake, who picks the neutral third party? The court?
The court.
Okay.
The court. I don't know who that would be. Oh, here we go. Well, the receivership request has been denied as of right now. Yeah, they did deny it with prejudice. So in theory, they could go back and try to fight it again. But we're hoping, I mean, I don't know how they're going to argue. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They could technically go after it again if they wanted to, but I can't imagine that happen. So this was good news. Jay's reposted the GoFundMe link, so that is back kicking again, and he's super positive about it, seems super excited about it, and so we're just gonna hang in there and see what happens next.
Hi.
Hello. So that's the update on that.
Okay. It was the
Hopefully I
normal
didn't.
no receivership, and the purchase and sales is a valid
It's still
contract.
valid, right? So nothing changes at that point because the receivership at this point has been denied.
Okay. Well,
So hopefully I didn't botch that too badly, Cody and Satori.
I will say, as far as like the shop and the 50/50 raffle that we were doing for the GoFundMe, that has been paused indefinitely. The
Right.
amount of money that we raised on it, which is $530, is staying where it's at until this all shakes out. And then at that point, I will draw the name of the winner, and then send the rest of it to the GoFundMe. But for now, I've taken it down off the site. We're not promoting it, anything like that, just because you know
Life
we
and
don't have to ruin
so
the
much going
fun for
on. Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, totally get it.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just sit over here
Let
and
it hang out there for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
until I mean that's still that's not a bad amount of money for somebody
No, it's great.
to win. Yeah, I was really pleased um with the participation and the sales of everything, and so I'm glad that this little light is able to help it out in a small way, because of course I love
Well,
you guys, and you guys having it is probably the only way that I will be able to afford to go and visit the Conjuring House.
true story. Well, and I think too, this
You
is
know,
just,
not
you know, this has been going on now for months as far as the GoFundMe goes. And just to still see, like Sandy said, it's going up again now that it's kind
Mhm.
of gotten put back out there. And, this is such a cool thing for the community if we can make this happen. And, this is a thing as hard as it's been to like the ups and downs. And I jokingly said, I'm going to have to send somebody a bill for my chiropractic, you know, adjustments for the whiplash with this whole thing.
I
But
mean,
it's
I think
worth
it
it.
should be
Like
Elton.
nothing
He's
worth
got
having
all sorts of
is
money.
easy. Hmm?
I said, I think it should be used to send the bill to Elton. He's got all sorts of money.
Hmm. I think I think it's one of those things where donate, great, share, great, but the support and the energy behind it from the community is really, I think, what's
Yeah.
so important about this, because I think people are excited about the potential of it being back open and being affordable. So we're just gonna hang in there, and this was we'll take the little wins where we can get them today, and see what happens
Yeah,
next. So
absolutely.
that's all I got on that.
All
Uh,
right. That's all you got on that. I don't have anything else on that.
I don't either. Bruce
I don't have any more
Lee
questions.
is Chris Timmons, in case anybody was wondering.
Hi.
Uh,
She lives in a town in Arizona that my best friends in high school, my best friend in high school, Ginny, her grandparents,
oh, no way.
same town. And so um, every time I like see a post from her, or she posts on the Conjuring House page, I'm like, oh, I love that. It's on the way to Prescott from Phoenix. I don't want to like say where she lives. I mean, if she wants to, great. But yeah, I visited there a lot when I was in high school.
That's awesome.
It's a great little
Small
area
world, right?
town.
Mm. So yeah, it's good news. We're moving along, and I think what's cool too about this whole thing is that, like, Chris, I didn't know Chris before this, so it's been fun to get to know her better, because that girl's got her hands full on that Conjuring House page. She's the main moderator over there,
Yeah, for sure.
and that girl does
I
a
mean, that's like
marvelous job.
9,000, almost 9,000 people on that page. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously other moderators in the mix, and Jenny, and
yeah, for
there's
sure.
some other people, but Jenny, I know, tends to she handles the legal side, and
The legal
obviously
side,
to
yeah.
see the amount of research and the amount of information she puts in to try to really explain it to people, which is great because that means I don't have to do it.
Yeah,
So everybody kind of has their role within the page, but Chris is kind of the one keeping up with the riffraff and
yeah.
keeping people engaged and stuff like that. So you got to
Yeah,
give.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, she always does such a really good job of keeping everybody engaged so that it doesn't just like become
She does.
stale and just sort of the only reason that people go there is to find out what's going on with
Yeah.
the house and the sale and all of that. She really does. I think people, like you said, they've met really great people. They've made some new friends, and I
Yeah.
know that that was Jason's intention with
Mhm.
starting a new page anyway. So
Yeah. I think I think you're right on that. And I think what I love about that page too is that they are, if there's ever a question about like history or the family or like the parents or whatever, they always reach out to one of us to
yeah,
make sure we have the information right. Because there's been times Chris is like, "Hey, I want to check on XYZ," and then I'll just shoot Andrea a message because we do. We want to. It's important to us that
it's
it's
and that's
important in that page to get the history and the information as right as they can. So
and that's been the case since you guys were working at the farmhouse. That has always been the case, and you guys have always been very public about that. Like, we want to make sure that the correct facts are being told, and it's not being overrun by demons, and that it's and like,
right.
so that doesn't surprise me. Like, of course, that wouldn't change for you guys.
Yeah.
Why would it?
So it's a group effort across a lot of different platforms, and it's really interesting to see how you know united up front people who
Right.
don't even know each other can be for a common cause. And I think at the end of the day, we're trying to do right by Anne, and we're trying to honor the parents' legacy and the history, and obviously the house, and just to see how many people have come together as a result of that has been really nice. There's
Yeah.
plenty of other stuff, so this is the highlight, the good stuff,
The good stuff. Yeah. That makes it all worth it. That not everybody will, you know, has the mental desire to understand and correct the narrative that's people are insisting is out there about that place.
we yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. But I think that's always been a battle. I think too. Obviously, it's gotten more intense, and sometimes you just see things and you're like, you know.
Yeah.
But I think for us, we've been patient. We've tried to be kind. We've tried to be, always honest, and we've tried to only step in where necessary if asked to address things, whatever. Like you don't see us going and you know running our mouths on every YouTube page there is and all that, trying to.
For sure.
Because for us, it's not about un, unlike what a lot of people I think on the internet think. For us, it's not about the clicks, the views, the likes, the numbers. We want to protect that house. We want to make sure that it's well taken care of, that the spirits are honored the way they should be. And who better to do that than the group of people who manage the house? And
Right.
we're there a lot. So, you
Yeah.
know, that's always been our goal. That's never changed. And I think, every day we get a little bit closer. We just got to hang in there.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others. And that's
When you're given things kind of easily, you don't always appreciate them. So
exactly anything worth having is worth fighting
it's worth
for. And I
fighting
think,
for. Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
we're,
I
we're,
understand that.
we're going to keep it on that train for sure. So, we didn't have a lot of questions, but we did manage to squeak out 30 whole minutes.
We did, yeah. Do you guys have questions? We actually didn't ask them if they had questions. We were
Yeah,
like, we're
I
gonna
just
keep
said we were doing a
questions.
Q&A, but yeah, if you have questions,
Yeah. If you
but I
have
figured I'd address the farm because that was going to come up since that news dropped not too long ago. Oh my God, my eye's twitching. Does that ever happen to you guys where your eye just twitches and you're
yeah.
convinced everybody can see it, but nobody can? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's so annoying. Stop
Watch me be like, no, we can all see it. Look, everybody stare at her.
it. Erin's
Look at
twitchy
her eye
eye.
twitch. Are you guys watching on your big screen TVs? Look at her eye twitch. Kidding. Um, well, so while we okay, yeah, you guys ask questions if you've got them. I was on 305 Paranormal Show this past Sunday. We had a really great
Nice.
time. It's called Spooked Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
It was a lot about Reiki, um, and we talked a lot about the shop. With that, I've started a blog. Jennifer's been
Mhm.
telling me that I need a blog since we opened the shop almost 2 years ago, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. Because we've had a lot of snow and ice here in North Carolina, and apparently nobody knows how to drive in it, especially me. I've had time. So I've written a bunch of blog posts and I've scheduled them and stuff like that. They're real, most of them are really quick reads. Some of them are a little more in depth. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I think now is a good time. Let's answer some questions that we've gotten over the last couple of years. And, you know, I don't ever want to kind of gatekeep the ingredients that I use or how products are made or anything like that. And I really want to start educating people on how everybody knows skincare is important, right?
Mhm.
But how it works and why it works is just as important. And not a lot of brands are explaining that. They're just like, it's got hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, and it's $75 for a little jar.
I love it.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, like, you're paying for the name, you're paying for the luxury name. A lot of people, I've been studying the psychology of sales, and a lot of people think if it costs more, then it must work, absolutely work.
Yeah.
Spend $75, it better work or it's going to work. Not necessarily. So that's
Right.
what the blog is I'm aiming to do with the blog is just kind of like be a source of fun and humor and education on skincare itself. So
We've been ordered to go to bed by several people.
have we? Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I guess
this is a good question. Do people like the spells? Yes, I love them. Mostly because they're spoken word and you don't need a lot of stuff.
yeah,
I love that. I think those are great, and I think you should keep posting them because I'm learning from those as well.
yeah.
Yes.
She was sending them to me, and what's it called? Sandy thistle
Just,
snow, thistle
thistle something. Hold on, let me pull it up.
stone, thistle and something.
I'll pull it up.
And I loved them, and I was like, "You need to post these on the
Thistle
Facebook page."
storm.
Yeah, thistle
Thistle
storm.
storm spells. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, they're
Um,
you need to post these on the
yeah.
Facebook group, because we're always looking for fun stuff like that.
Mhm.
When we do come back in a month, we will discuss the fairies. I've got all kinds of fun things about ways that you can work with fairies and all of that. I went down a rabbit hole. I texted Erin. I was like, "Holy crap! These are little hard
Yeah.
little things. These
Mhm.
fairies." Um,
I don't know what that is in reference to, Nathan. I don't know if you're answering a question from somebody in the chat or if you're asking us. If it's for us, just clarify for us if you don't mind. Um, oh yeah, here we go. I think the blog is a good idea. Love the title of the skincare and shenanigans. See,
oh yeah, serums and shenanigans.
I love it.
I wanted to make sure that it was funny and weird, and that's why I was like, I'm bringing the train wreck to to the shop,
Right?
um, because it's there's so much that goes into it, and I really don't want. I want everybody that buys from me or buys from, whoever else, Olay or L'Oreal or wherever you get your skincare. I want you to understand how it works for your skin. I want you to
Yeah.
understand like what exactly is happening, because I think a lot of times, a lot of businesses in the industry are like, "Hey, look, you're paying for the name L'Oreal, and it's got hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, and you just trust that it's going to do what we tell you it's going to do." But I
At a
think
price tag that's astronomical.
it's yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
astronomical. But I think that every single person with skin uh, is just better served to be educated on how hyaluronic acid and niacinamide work on your skin.
Right.
Well, that's the purpose of the blog is to just let people be like, know that hey, you know what, this is what this does, and this is what it does for your skin. So, forewarned is
Carrie.
forearmed. I don't know if that's the right phrase for this, but that's fine.
It's okay. We're barely functioning humans today. It's fine. But you're getting some resounding reviews down here. I'm pointing at
Yay!
you.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh my god, it's amazing." Mary Beth says, "I don't buy from anywhere else."
Guys, the testers are having a wonderful time with, they've been tested. We finished the tester on the moisturizer. The eye serum is coming to an end next week. The testers for that, and then the So Reset Balm to Milk Cleansing Facial Cleanser that 30 days is up on the 22nd. So they're having a great time with it.
Good.
So all three of those were actually, I wasn't going to launch anything until April 12th. I was going to launch all 8 pieces in the collection, and I'm like, that's stupid. So we're launching it in phases. And
Nice.
those 3 are the first 3 that are going to be available for sale on March 1st. And then we're going to launch the rest in 2 to 3 week intervals, with the last drop being on our birthday, which is April 12th, 2 years old.
That's insane. 2 years. Oh,
Those are all work
those
straight
are
on
all works great on
mascara.
mascara too. See?
Yes.
I love it. Did you
Yeah.
see Bernie just put himself in his crate?
Did he really? He's like, I'm going to bed. He's
He
like,
hasn't done that in a
everybody
while.
keeps telling us to go to bed, and you two chatterboxes are not listening to them.
I know.
So I'm just going to go to bed.
I
Good.
vote we ended on great reviews of your products.
Yeah. So
And then because that's a pretty solid way to end a show for sure.
yeah, I think so. I think so, guys. With the biopsy and the results of that, I will, when we get it, I will just kind of record a video and post it everywhere to let you guys know what the results are. I'm assuming a plan will be put into motion afterward. At the very least, I want this cough gone.
Yeah.
They did prescribe me an inhaler though for the emphysema, so that has been helping. But then I got a cold, so that shot that.
Back to square one, right?
Good night,
Night,
guys. Good night, Celine. Anyway, so yes, thank you so much. We will be back in a month. We're going to talk about fairies. Very excited about that. Anybody has pictures of fairies that they think they might have caught, send them to me. We'll show them on the show.
Yes. Thank you guys for understanding that we are gassed
Out
humans.
of gas.
And I am going to put myself on some ZQL, literally going to put myself in a coma and hope that I sleep through the night because 5 a.m. comes fast. And we're going to keep sending amazing energy to Carrie, and she'll keep us posted. And we love you guys, and we'll see you in about a month.
Yes, we're so grateful for you guys. And if anybody has a repeat show they'd like to see, let us know. Maybe we can get Ken to pop that up there for the 19th.
Yes. Sounds great.
All right. Bye, guys. We love you. Thank you.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got to do one more thing before we go because I always forget to do this.
What did we forget to do?
Load the outro. That's how tired I am. Worst podcast producer ever. All right.
Not at all. Most tired producer ever. Okay.
Oh my God. Here we go.